Guys all set?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Name, rank, and serial number?
Matthew Marcarelli, M-A-R-C-A-R-E-L-L-I, and I'm the Chief of Operations for the New Haven Fire.
Take us through what happened, sir.
We received a 911 call for a worker who fell from a garage. I'm assuming it was the one over here, from a bystander. We were dispatched. On our investigation, we determined that it was actually a worker on the maritime project that's behind us for Magellan Fuels, and we found that the workers had already pulled one of their co-workers from the water. It appears that he somehow fell into the water. We're not sure exactly what the etiology behind that was. They pulled him out. The workers began CPR on the fire department's arrival. We continued to render CPR on the individual and extricated him using some ropes and rigging to get him out of the water onto the barge, and was carried to the shore. He's in extremely critical condition. The fire department did provide him with advanced life support as well as American Medical Response, who ultimately transported him to the hospital with the fire department on board.
Construction worker, state worker?
Yeah, it appears that he's a construction worker for Blakesley. Other than that, we have no additional information.
For
Blakesley.
Chief, I just want to be clear. So the workers, did they have him out of the water,
Yeah,
or was he still
on
in
our
there?
arrival, he was pulled from the water onto a smaller raft where our personnel went down and assisted with cardiopulmonary resuscitation.
They use that crane?
We used the crane. We used the crane to help us with the rigging to pull him out of the water and up onto the barge.
Just help me set stage here. This is the garage you're talking about.
Completely unrelated, actually.
Okay.
A lot of times there's misinformation that we get from 911 callers because they're getting
so that was
one-dimensional view of what's going on.
That seems awfully far away from the
so
water.
forget this.
Completely unrelated.
Gotcha. That was just what the 911
Yeah,
call
on
said.
our investigation, we found that it was actually a worker that fell in the water from the barge or wherever he was working.
Okay.
And it's part of a project for Magellan, which is the fuel depot behind you. Sorry. It's the part of the project for the Magellan fuel depot. They're putting a barge and a dock in here with some moorings, and that's what these fellows were working on.
Was he on the barge?
He was on a smaller raft, I believe, working below the barge area, and somehow ended up in the water.
Are his injuries more of a near drowning related nature or of an impact nature?
We don't know exactly what the etiology was, but he's in extremely critical condition.
What can you tell me about the worker? So, I mean, a veteran construction guy?
Yeah, he's a veteran worker. That's about all the information I have.
Age roughly?
I would say probably in his 50s.
Chief, they blocked everything off over here. Is that for OSHA or the police?
Because it was a worker-related injury of a serious nature. We have the site secured for OSHA to conduct their investigation.
You had a lot of guys here, a lot of fire rescue, a lot of police that were kind of secluded for a while. Was there something something going on that we didn't know about that was out of the norm, so to speak?
No, we try to do what's called a hot wash after any type of event like this and make sure that our personnel are okay. It was a serious incident, so we want to make sure that our standard operating guidelines went into play properly, worked properly, which they did, and we want to make sure our personnel are okay.
Has work stopped in the meantime?
Yeah, we put a stop on the job for now.
And do you have a hospital?
Yeah, the patient went to Yale.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Can you just say your name one more time?
Yeah, Matthew Marcarelli, M-A-R-C-A-R-E-L-L-I.